Relaxation. It's Jake, aka Countdown Ended. That's right, I'm bringing you the latest episode of The Countdown. That's right, we're giving you the best of 2019 extravaganza here. Happy New Year. Going to be bringing you the best of everything that I enjoyed most in WWE throughout all of 2019. It's not going to be the best matches or just best promos of the year, but pretty much the overall things that I enjoyed the most personally. Obviously, it's my list, so it's my bias. But we're going to go ahead and see what I enjoyed the most throughout 2019, kind of take everything as a whole, and from there, we'll go ahead and get it right into the countdown. Kicking right off, that's right, it's from April 8th, 2019 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Elias is in the middle of the ring. He's cutting a promo on John Cena, who returned as the Thugonomics John Cena the night before at WrestleMania. And Elias, holds up three fingers, tells John to, use the one in the middle. He's trying to be a bit scathing and edgy. And then Elias says the magic saying here.
The next one to interrupt me is a dead man.
That's right, we hear the gong go off, and the entire Brooklyn, Barclays Center erupts to their feet. Everybody at home goes nuts. It was a huge surprise to not see The Undertaker utilized at WrestleMania. First time in ages. Even without the streak being intact, wrestling is certainly to WrestleMania as The Undertaker is, and he's just, a staple of WrestleMania moments. So to not have him there at WrestleMania 35 was very bizarre, and this was a nice treat. The crowd goes nuts when The Undertaker emerges through the smoke on the entrance ramp. The Undertaker slowly makes his way to the ring and takes care of Elias in pretty quick fashion. Elias takes a second to himself, takes off his jacket, goes to strike the Undertaker. Taker delivers a big boot and then delivers one hellacious chokeslam before tombstoning him to hell.
Chokeslam!
It was a great nostalgic moment for sure, something that made me pop. And that line, the next person to interrupt me is a dead man, has pretty much stuck with us all year. So that's certainly my number 5 favorite. Number 4 on the countdown. That's right, it's from Hell in a Cell. A bit of a surprise here because this pay-per-view is pretty much remembered to be a disaster thanks to the worst match of the year being Bray Wyatt as The Fiend challenging Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. I was, surprised when Sasha returned that she was going immediately for the women's title. It kind of seemed like if she didn't win, she wasn't, going to survive and kind of flounder. Unfortunately, that's what happened. But this match was one hell of a return for her. Becky was, still at the top of her game, still beloved in the eyes of fans, and they absolutely brutalized each other in this match. We saw some pretty innovative and cool moments, I thought, and this match stood out to me. One, just for the all-out brutality that the women gave us, especially compared to the rest of the night. And two, for it opening the show, it was a great way to start the night.
And now the champion fighting back. And it's a no! Who tastes those kendo sticks?
Unfortunately, Sasha would be injured by the next move, but the delivery of it looked absolutely excruciatingly painful. And, kudos to both women for putting on one hell of a show.
Look out! Oh!
Just an overall exciting match. Hell of a, way for Sasha to make her return to the WWE after being gone for a while. And it was just thoroughly enjoyable. On to number 3. That's right. Number 3 is the return of Finn Balor to NXT. October 2nd, 2019, Wednesday night. AEW is, breathing down the neck at WWE, and NXT being live on Wednesdays. And the Wednesday Night Wars are in full swing. And I was extremely elated and surprised to see, after a great title defense from Adam Cole, none other than, Prince Devitt go ahead and make his return.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me!
We didn't know if he was a heel, a face. The last time we had seen him is when he lost to The Fiend at SummerSlam. So, 2 months go by without hearing from Finn Balor, not knowing what's going to happen with his career on the main roster, and none other than NXT is where he's destined to return. He then cuts an amazing promo to let us know that he is, in fact, coming home to stay. This is not a one-off. He is back, and back in full force. It was a truly great moment, and I loved the promo and the passion behind his voice when he was speaking, not just to the Full Sail Arena, but the people at home.
As of now, Finn Balor is NXT.
I've been a huge, Finn Balor fan for many years, and this really excites me to see him finally be able to be a heel and, return to form. He brought back some of his old moves and maneuvers, and I couldn't be more excited to see what happens going forward with him in NXT. Number 2 on the countdown. That's right. It's NXT TakeOver 25. I know some people prefer NXT New York over this one, or even you could say War Games. But being there in person at Bridgeport, it's June 1st, 2019, the Webster Bank Arena. This was announced, with very short time to purchase tickets because of, issues with a different arena that they were supposed to be at. And luckily enough, they were able to secure the Webster Bank Arena and have the pay-per-view there. The 25th anniversary of TakeOver was fantastic to see in person. My first NXT event. I had a great time with many of the Joe Cronin Show audience fans there as well. And it was quite the experience to see Johnny Gargano, being the ultimate, penultimate face at that point in time, just get booed out of the arena because of how passionate fans were for Adam Cole. Everyone was on their feet, erupting in applause, chanting constantly for the Undisputed Era. It was quite a sight to behold. I lost my voice, screaming my head off as well, as you can see here. He and Johnny gave us an amazing main event, true 5-star match. Being there in person, certainly one of the highlights of my year. I cannot believe how much they put their bodies through hell for, the NXT Championship. And this is also, culminating one hell of an amazing pay-per-view already. We had an amazing ladder match and, some great returns as well. Hell of a night. These two just beat the snot out of each other left and right.
Gargano! Oh! Into the backstabber! Back press hooks the leg! Do we have a new champion? No!
Tons of great moments, tons of near falls, tons of times the audience, just lost their mind chanting, "This is awesome."
Gargano's face! Oh! And there's the sunrise! Panama sunrise! Are we seeing the sunset?
Now, of course, being there in person, we can't hear the commentators, so I could not wait to go home and listen to, everyone just go ahead and go nuts, especially for this match. Morrow, made it that much better. I wish we could have heard him live in person, but granted, when Adam Cole won, the resounding noise was deafening. I can't remember the last time I heard a pop that loud in person. It was unparalleled, and for being such a smaller, arena and limited in size for attendance as well, it sounded like it was, packed to the brim for WrestleMania with just how loud and raucous this crowd was.
The title reign of Johnny Gargano! It's over! Last shot!
Like I said, an amazing moment, and I just couldn't have been happier to witness that in person. And on to number 1 on the countdown. That's right. SummerSlam 2019 taking place at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, August 11th. And we had seen the Firefly Funhouse. We had seen Bray Wyatt. We had glimpses of The Fiend, but we had yet to see The Fiend wrestle or come out in person. And this was a sight to behold. We did not know what to expect, what his entrance music was going to be, how he was going to come to the ring. Was it going to be The Fiend himself? Was it going to be Bray Wyatt? You know, we weren't sure how this would work, how the match would, you know, would he be wrestling full time? You know, there was just so many what ifs and questions. And I've yet to see a crowd chant, "Holy shit," and "This is awesome," just for someone's entrance. And that's exactly what this was. Awesome. Lights go dark. You see the original Firefly Funhouse jingle start. It says "Let him in," and then we hear the new theme redubbed by Code Orange, and it was just incredible. Coming out with the lantern that had Bray's face with the eyes sewn shut, the mouth agape, with the light source coming from within his mouth. I mean, there was just so many levels to this that were beyond intense and badass and scary and unique. I was totally captivated and just in my glory for everything we got here.
What on earth did we just witness?
Finn Balor's reaction there was perfect. He looked frightened and nervous and unsure of himself. The crowd chanting "This is awesome," and the match had yet even to begin. And the match was good. It was a very good match, and it wasn't amazing by any means, but the overall feel, the environment, the everything leading up to it made it that much more enjoyable. And seeing Finn Balor just get totally decimated by The Fiend was surprising as well, because we had waited to see them actually face off since 2017, when their match got canceled due to Bray getting sick, and then Finn Balor as the Demon took on AJ Styles. So it was a long time coming, and I was just thoroughly impressed with what we had been given from Bray Wyatt.
Finn is out. The Fiend with the victory.
Again, those are my top 5 favorite moments from all of 2019. Go ahead and comment down below. Let me know your favorite moment of the year, and also what you think of my top 5. Which moment surprised you? Which choice do you agree with? Do you agree with all of them? Do you agree with none of them? Let me know. Comment down below. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you all soon enough. Stay sexy.